Hey everybody, so tonight, and it is nighttime, it's pretty late in the evening, I've been looking at the Bushcraft USA forum, and everybody was discussing making cornbread and cooking cornbread. So what I want to do for you real quick, I wanted some anyway, so I'm going to show you how we make cornbread down here in the South. And I think Mississippi would be just about as far south as you, and ingrained in the Southern heritage as you want. So anyway, here's the quick recipe. There's not a lot to it. You can whip this up just about as fast as you can whip up macaroni and cheese or anything else for a meal. So like I said, down and dirty real quick. Let me get to it. I've got my ingredients laid out over here. My oven has just beeped for being preheated, and we're going to get right to this, okay? So let me get the camera down here so we can get an idea of what's going on, and I think that might work. Alright, so like I said, we're just going to zoom in, not on the sink. Zoom in on our ingredients and I'll go over them. Alright, real quick. The ingredients, we're going to use just sunflower cornmeal. You can use any brand of cornmeal you want. You want self-rising. You can use white or yellow, it doesn't matter. I prefer the yellow, but this is what we've got. If you look at the back of it, you'll see that there's actually a recipe for hush puppies and corn sticks. You can kind of go off of that if you want to. The next thing I'm going to use is 1 egg, a little bit of butter. We're going to have just a tad of salt. I'll show you this. Some milk, and that's just plain white milk. You don't have to get fancy. It does not have to be buttermilk. So anyway, just plain milk. And I got a little bit of Crisco here. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that. Alright, so the very first thing I'm going to do here, and here's a hint for you. You can get these if you're in the medical field, like myself and my daughter and a lot of other people. You can get these exam gloves. They're nitrile, or you can use the latex. These things are incredibly helpful in the kitchen, and I'll show you why. I'm going to take this glove and stick it on my hand. Take my good old iron skillet. Open up the Crisco. Reach in there, grab some on my hand. I'm just going to grease my skillet up on the inside. You don't want it on there too thick. Just coat the inside of your skillet really good. Like so. After you get through coating your skillet, guess what? Peel that glove off, throw it in the garbage. Your hands are still clean. And by the way, my hands are clean. So, let me move this out of the way just for a second. And I'm going to poke this iron skillet into my preheated oven. It's on 350 degrees right now. So, yeah, there's better tripod work out there to look at, but you get me. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my butter. It's just a half a stick of butter. And yes, a half of a stick of butter. I'm going to stick it in a plastic bowl. That's actually a bowl that it had lunch meat in it. Pre-sliced, thin sliced lunch meat. Take my spoon. About that much. That's just a tablespoon out of the kitchen drawer. About that much of the Crisco. We're going to put that in the bowl. We'll put this in the microwave for about a minute. You want to soften it up and melt it up. That's the main thing you're doing. You're just softening it and melting that just a little bit. Next, we're going to take just a bowl. And we won't get fancy with this. 2 cups. About 2 cups. Of the self-rising cornmeal. I'm going to set that aside and leave it open because we may need a little bit of that here in just a second. Take our egg and crack it. Add that to the mix. Put that over in the sink. For right now. We've got our butter and our Crisco nicely melted up. We'll take this milk. Camera died for some reason. This is a new camera. It's a cheap camera I got. We're gonna take our 1 egg and start stirring that in. Get it broke up a little bit. We're gonna take just regular milk, 50% whole milk, 1%, whatever you got, and just add a little in there. And beat that around. Get it started working up into a kind of a thicky, pasty dough. Okay, we'll take our butter and our Crisco and add that in. A little more milk. Start stirring it in. You just want to mix this up. This needs to be do this quite a bit and you'll figure out how to do it. It's kind of passed down. You know, I'm a mama's boy. A lot of other boys were mama's boys. Actually, they saw us growing up, and I always like to say they saw us growing up and used their woman's intuition to realize that if we relied on a woman to cook for us in the future after we left mama's house, we'd all starve to death. There ain't no woman gonna want us the way we act. Kind of mean. Now, salt. This is self-rising cornmeal. It is, to an extent, pre-salted. What you want to do is just a little bit, like a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of salt. Okay? You don't want to put a whole tablespoon or a whole lot. Just like a teaspoon, half teaspoon of salt goes in. And mix that in. Okay? A little bit, add more. Okay, you see the consistency, you can sort of see the consistency of it. It's not thin and runny. Okay, I see that camera's not going to work. Alright, you don't want it to be thin and runny, and you don't want it to be so thick that you have to pry it off of the spoon. Just good enough so you can pour it pretty easily into your pan, into your skillet, okay? So, again, got that consistency right there. Alright? Now, back out of the way. I cook in an old-fashioned iron skillet. This skillet is as old as I am. So with the skillet, yeah, you got it there. Don't grab these things out of the oven with your bare hands. You will wind up in quite a bit of pain if you do. So, just kind of add that all into your skillet. And we're going to take our skillet, pop it into that 350 oven, and it's going to take about 25-30 minutes.